We're driving east from Kharkiv through territory Russia occupied in 2022. Ukraine took it back, but now it's being fought over again. A Russian rocket destroyed this house in May. We're heading towards the front line. In a forest glade, the men of the 48th Artillery Brigade are waiting for orders. The foliage provides ideal cover for an artillery piece. The Bogdana is Ukrainian-made, with a range of more than 40 kilometers. Further back, a target location team is scanning live drone footage so they can send coordinates to the soldiers in the forest. The fire mission comes through and the gun commander inputs the coordinates. The ammo crew prepare a shell. It's rammed. They insert the charge bag and attach the lanyard. Final adjustments are made.
Armata!
They're firing at a Russian infantry position about 10 or 12 kilometers away. All along the front line, Ukrainian units like this are trying to hold back Russia's summer offensive. The Russians have broken through in places, but the Ukrainians are trying to make it as costly as possible, to kill as many Russian soldiers as they can, even though they cannot at the moment take any more territory. A pause, and they fire again. The pressure is increasing. In the last month, Russia has taken more than 550 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory.
Of course, we feel the offensive. When we arrived here in March, the situation was stable. But since the beginning of summer, enemy infantry started advancing in several directions, and with some success.
So much waiting in a war. Time to think if you're not careful. Every soldier has his own reason for joining up to fight the Russians.
I saw with my own eyes. They don't regard us as human. My grandmother was in Baromla during the occupation. It was a nightmare. They snatched people off the streets and tortured them. In Trostyanets, a lot of my friends died. They tortured them and buried them right there in the trenches, if you can even call that a burial.
The Russians are putting out their own video from the other side of the same front line near Kupiansk, claiming this footage shows a single brave soldier fighting off a 5-man Ukrainian unit. The truth is that both sides are fighting mainly at a distance by drone and artillery, and that although the Russians are advancing, they're losing thousands of men each month. The wreckage of homes and shops lines the road into Kupiansk. These images filmed by a volunteer who rescues civilians. 1,000 or so people remain in the town, but constant Russian shelling and kamikaze drones are making their lives impossible. This morning, a few kilometers back from the front line, volunteers brought out several people from Kupiansk. Everyone's safe. But oh no, in the moment, an evacuated family's cat makes a run for it. The relief of rescue and thoughts of what they've escaped bring tears and laughter.
Пожари, багато диму, буває утром, не можна й дихати.
Fires break out. There is smoke everywhere. Sometimes in the morning you can't even breathe. The bombs come like clockwork. Every morning we go to the cellar. Same thing in the evening after 9. It's like a routine now. My husband jokes. Once there was a strike at 2 in the afternoon, and he said, "That's off schedule," and he laughed.
Still looking for the cat, but no luck. As Russia pushes slowly forward, another Ukrainian family is displaced, hoping they're going to safety, hoping that this summer is the worst of it, and that their troops can, at the very least, hold the line. I don't know if you can hear it at the moment, but there's a siren going off in Kharkiv at the moment. It's the third that I've heard in the last half hour or so. What does it mean? Possibly some missiles heading in this direction, possibly Shahed drones. Like everybody in this country, I get alerts all the time on my phone, and it never stops, whether it's Odessa or Kyiv or Poltava or Dnipro or where I am now in Kharkiv. And I think that gives the lie to what we heard today from the Kremlin. They said that they agreed with President Zelensky when he said earlier in the day that there should be more momentum towards negotiation, towards peace talks. Exactly the opposite is happening, as you saw there on the front line. From the Ukrainian point of view, what matters to them most at the moment is consolidating the support from the West and weaponry coming in. The British announced today that in the last 2 months they provided £150 million worth of anti-aircraft missiles and artillery. That is what is needed here more than anything else. Everybody I've been speaking to on the front line says they don't see this war stopping. Certainly not this summer, certainly not this year.